Welcome back to the Retire Young radio show. I am your host, Joshua David. Always having a great time in studio with my good friend and my great pal, the mastermind of this operation, Mr. Al Connickson. If you don't forget to subscribe to the Retire Young podcast on Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Al, as we continue this discussion about retirement techniques and strategies, and a lot of the common mistakes that average investors or the public typically makes, there is sometimes a different way. Some people are looking for a better way to have more confidence and comfort during those golden years. And we talk a lot about having a plan, how to get started with that process. You need some rules, but the most important thing is you need a strategy that's designed to teach you to get to those golden years that you've always been hoping for. And I want to just talk about a retirement trading and investing plan. We talk about the plan every week. You kind of referenced to it a little bit earlier. And with this Click platform, this software that we've been talking about, is designed to guide you through that process. So let's talk about some of the rules or steps within a proper trading and investing plan.
Well, yeah, a proper plan. And by the way, that's probably one of the most important things you can do is put together a plan. It's going to be, kind of like your instruction manual on how to get something accomplished or finished. What is finished or accomplished? That is your retirement goals, your retirement needs. And in order to do that, you have to, first of all, start out with where you are and where you want to be. And then we find ways to help you bridge the gap between where you are, where you want to be. That requires a plan that includes an identification of what your needs are, and then what the rate of return is that's needed to get there. Unless you have something that shows you the way, the recipe. I think I mentioned maybe like baking a cake at one point in time. If you don't follow a recipe, you're probably not going to get an edible cake. The same thing is true with your retirement, with your financial life. If you don't have a plan, it's hard to get where you want to go if you don't identify where that is. And it's not any different than what a pilot does when they show up at an airport. They have a flight plan that they follow. A surgeon has a plan before he goes in to start operating on a patient. And the plan should include, especially when you're in retirement, how you provide protection for what you have, how you generate income, and then how you grow your portfolio. The plan that our students have has a foundational strategy. And you had mentioned strategy a few minutes ago. That is the strategy that you're going to use no matter what your intent is, whether you are short-term trading, whether you're looking at long-term investing, whether you are trading, investing stocks or options or futures or Forex. That same strategy, that's really what kind of helps you simplify things. You don't have to have different strategies for each different asset that you're going to invest. The strategy, that core foundational strategy, that's what's going to help you identify, number one, whether you're going to be buying or selling something and when you're going to buy or sell. And then the plan should also include the proper assets and strategies really that are specific to you, that you feel comfortable with, that are going to help you get the desired result or give you the opportunity to get the desired result. When you go into retirement, if you're working, you have a source of income coming in. That comes from your company, the company you work for, from your job. But when you retire, that is gone. So what's going to happen? You're still going to have the basic financial needs, requirements. The bills are going to be there. The cost of living is going to be there. So how do you replace that? How do you address the fact that you no longer have the income from your job? Well, look at your retirement plan as something that you can utilize. We think it's more important, and not just the amount of money you have in a retirement plan, but the more important thing is how you can generate some cash off of that, how you can help to not have to rely on just drawing down what you might have worked 30 or 40 years for. And why not at the same time learn how to grow that? There are assets and strategies that you can use that will help you grow a portfolio in an up market, a down market, and a sideways market. The leveraged assets that we talked about earlier, if you have a large retirement account, maybe you don't want to take a large amount of that and then be investing that in markets. The leveraged assets allow you to do that with a smaller amount in a smaller time frame.
Yeah, and that's just what they allow. I mean, the small amount, that's a relative term to anybody. They can take that and put their own dollar amount in there. Now, Al, we've talked and covered a lot of different topics on retirement and I guess we'll call it the accumulation phase and the distribution phase. Now, in starting accounts, whether it's an IRA, say you want to self-direct, we've talked about self-directing. Say
Sure.
somebody wants to self-direct and wants to roll an IRA or a 401k into a self-directed account, or maybe just there's new investors that just want to get a regular, we call it a retail account started.
Mm-hmm.
Where are some of the places can they go? Can you just call a broker, or do you want to have a broker do that for you? Can you go online and set that up?
Yes, probably, and yes.
Oh boy,
there were a number of different things you mentioned
I
there.
stumped you there, didn't I?
No, but it's easy. You can go into a brokerage firm and set up an account. You can do it online. Especially the discount brokers have made it very easy for individuals to be involved in the market, which is a great thing and gives us the opportunity to participate. But it's also a bad thing if you're participating and not knowing what you're doing. That's where the proper education part comes in and is so critical. But it's easy to open an account. If we have students that come in that need a little bit of help, we can give them some assistance there.
Well, that's the key, is having somebody guide you through that process. That way you're not just guessing.
Correct. Yeah, and that's part of what we do. We want to make a commitment to all of our students to help them, to give them that guidance, to give them the support, no matter what it is or at what step or stage they are in their investing world, investing life. So it's easy to do that. There are some great brokerage firms out there that basically have no cost to trade stocks anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty free. It's darn near free nowadays.
Well, yeah, when you look at the cost of participating with any asset, it really is almost inconsequential now. The costs are so low. So everybody has the opportunity to participate. Everybody has the opportunity to get the financial education that can help you with the potential to be successful. And the cost of doing this is very minimal. So, and it's with the high-speed internet, you can go anywhere in the world that you have internet access, and you can do this. You can trade. You can trade off of a cell phone if you want to, or just a laptop computer. The cost of doing it, the equipment involved compared to starting your own business is really it's minimal. It's almost non-existent.
Just a fraction.
Yeah, so there's some great advantages there, the ability to trade 24 hours a day. But the key is to be able to do this with confidence and comfort. That comes with not only with the knowledge and the building of the skills to use the knowledge, but the support, the ongoing support of people that have gone through this, that know how things function properly. They've gone through the trials and the error, and also the support of other students who are maybe doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, it's getting close to the end of the show, Al. And you always, you hit the nail on the head every single week. You talk about the 3 C's, being comfortable, the confidence, and people just want more choices. They don't want to be stuck with, something they don't know what it is, or something they don't have any say in what it is, or they want more options or more opportunity. And opportunity takes some action. And when we talk about action, sometimes that first step is really hard. I mean, I was actually talking with a guy here this week, and he's been talking about this investing class that we talk about every week. And he was in his garage, or his buddy's garage. They were doing the breaks. And they were talking about how many times are we going to listen to the show and actually and just wait to call in. They didn't call in for many, actually, I think he said about 3 years. And it just took action. It took pick up the phone and call. And here's the crazy thing. He came in, his buddy didn't. So that's the thing, is people always pass up on opportunities regularly. Hit them up with some words of wisdom.
Well, Josh, we've got a lot of students here that really, we kind of cover the gamut as far as backgrounds. We have a lot of people that are doctors, some pilots, master electricians, plumbers, lawyers, and it takes time to achieve success in any of those careers. Well, the same thing is true in trading and investing. It takes time. It requires repetition. It requires hands-on learning with proper guidance and direction by someone who's already gone through these years of learning and has applied it in the real world, and will be there to help you with any challenges, and then also to applaud your successes.
Same time, same place next week. Make sure to follow the podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Until then, retire young, my friends.